A wedding is one of the best highlights of a lifetime, especially if you're marrying the love of your life. But because it's such an important event, everything must be perfect. However, perfection doesn't immediately translate to a grand wedding with a 6-tiered cake, 5-star gourmet catering, or snow-white decorations that came straight out of a textbook for fairy tale weddings. Weddings are meant to be personal. Since they embody the relationship between lovers, they must be seen in every component involved in bringing together the ceremony. Only then does a wedding turn perfect. Although they seem unimportant compared to wedding outfits or wedding rings, even bridal bouquets are valuable during the wedding. After all, a wedding photo wouldn't be complete without one. But considering how many flowers there are, arranging a bouquet for your wedding might seem impossible. However, you can visit the Wild Rose for wedding flowers and other flower shops to help and guide you arrange all kinds of bouquets for different events based on what you've learned. Before we start, make sure to subscribe to Best for Bride for more informative videos. Finish planning. It's easy to get carried away when planning a wedding. After all, you'd want everything to look exactly as you'd envisioned. Therefore, you might get ahead and focus on decorations immediately. But as exciting as that is, it's better to deal with the center of attention first instead of the finer details. Since the newlyweds have the spotlight, the entire wedding ceremony orbits them. Hence, the wedding theme must be taken care of first. Decide whether you'd like your wedding to have a summer vibe or if you want something more elegant and classier. Whatever it is, the theme you've agreed on with your partner unifies everything else in the ceremony. Considering you're wearing them, wedding outfits must be your next priority. With a theme already decided, it's easier to think of a design for your outfits. Once you have a design, envisioning the perfect flowers for the bride won't be far behind. Establish a budget. Although they're only flowers, arranging them in a way that completes the entire ceremony takes a careful pair of hands and a good eye. Since there are so many species of flora, picking specific flowers to arrange and complement each other is no easy feat, especially once the bride is added to the equation. Therefore, bridal bouquets typically range between $150 to $350. It's worth noting that this deal doesn't include flower arrangements for the rest of the ceremony. However, those who want to stick to a budget can learn how to arrange flowers. Considering how many flowers you must go through for practice, making a decent bouquet might take plenty of time and resources. But once you've got the hang of it, you'll be able to make a bouquet straight from your heart. Reflect the wedding. Deciding on a theme is often challenging, especially for those with so many ideas for their wedding. As mentioned earlier, most wedding plans must be taken care of before the bridal bouquet is brought up. That way, your florist can get started with arranging your flowers. Naturally, not everyone is good at explaining. Because of this weakness, some might fail to get their vision across for the florist to understand. Hence, the bridal bouquet they make may seem lacking or off in your eyes. Set up a mood board that captures everything you want to include in your wedding's atmosphere. Bring examples of your wedding inspiration for the florist to understand what vibes you want your wedding to emit. After all, even choosing the right flowers could do more than lighting or streamers. Complement the gown. Wedding outfits share the spotlight with the newlyweds since they highlight the wearer's best qualities. In that sense, the right bridal bouquet must balance the entire look, regardless of the bride's dress. Considering they'll carry it for most of the ceremony, the flowers must be arranged to fill the empty space where the dress is lacking. For example, bridal bouquets full of eye-catching blooms would go hand in hand with extravagant ball gowns, given they can't cancel each other out. However, the only exception to this rule is when the gown is decorated with embroidery or other embellishments. Since they're much more eye-catching than the dress itself, having a grand bouquet might overwhelm the entire outfit, making it difficult for people to know where to look. As for simple designs, such as line or sheath dresses, designers often apply subtle changes that are perfect for demure, modest ladies. Bridal bouquets with a large cluster of blooms and long stems would make even the most unassuming bride steal everyone's breath away. For those who dislike Catching flowers. A bouquet of delicate blooms would double your feminine charm. No different bouquet styles. Those who aren't knowledgeable about flower arrangements or the inner workings of a wedding ceremony might be surprised by how unique every bridal bouquet is. After all, it'd be a shame for all kinds of flowers to go to waste when arranged in a way that dampens their beauty. Therefore, to help broaden your choices, here are different types of bridal bouquets. Biedermeier. Even its name establishes how much of a statement Biedermeier bouquets make when a bride carries one. Designed to be as striking as possible, this bouquet is perfect for creatives or dramatic alike. Whether the flowers are bound together to make a tight spiraling design or simply alternate from one flower, or color, to another, all Biedermeier bouquets seek to achieve a bold visual. Cascading. Styled after a waterfall, cascading bouquets have a cluster of flowers arranged to either trail down from the bride's arms or have the traditional way of holding a bouquet in their hands. Any flower can be arranged for this bouquet as long as they're cascading. But to maintain its dreamy and mystical vibe, cascading bouquets are finished with trailing greenery, mainly ivy. Composite. Although they seem to be the most straightforward bouquet, professionals best arrange composite bouquets. Because even though they appear as a single, large bloom, they're individual petals arranged to look that way. Composite bouquets would suit brides who want an elegant and glamorous aesthetic. Crescent. Crescent bouquets are designed with a compact center that tapers off at the sides, giving them a soft arch look. Similarly, they're suitable for wedding ceremonies that have whimsical or dreamy themes. You can either go with an organic look and highlight that arch with greenery and cascading vines, or structure them intentionally with blooms cascading all over. Hand-tied. Hand-tied bouquets are blooms arranged and tied by a florist using a ribbon. Although simple, its casual aesthetic makes it sought after by those who'd like themes emulating a bohemian wedding. However, because of how lush the flowers are, it's far from ideal to carry around hand-tied bouquets for long periods. Nosegay. Nosegay bouquets are one of the small bouquets preferred by many brides. Given its size, this bouquet is arranged tightly, similar to most bouquets. But what makes this different is how much emphasis it gives to the greenery while the blooms are only a few. Posy. Posy bouquets maximize the floral charm of a bouquet. Their small size prevents them from overwhelming the bride's gown, enabling them to achieve an elegant look. However, you might encounter a problem wherein the bouquet's size might be too small and underwhelming. Therefore, you must find that sweet spot between too small and elegant during a floral mock-up. Round. Because of their simple shape, round bouquets became a classic throughout the years. Aside from their shape, what makes them a timeless vintage is how much they maximize their analogous appearance. As long as the bouquet consists of a similar flower type or monochromatic colors, that's the signature look of a round bouquet. Although so many bouquets are already brought up, these are only some of the more popular ones nowadays. While it's easy to be overwhelmed by their quantity, consider them as options instead. After all, everyone has their preferences. Various alternatives would enable you to find what you're looking for to bring your wedding ceremony together. Include your body type. Not only should you consider your body type when fitting clothes, but it's also part of the equation when finding the right bouquet. As mentioned, bouquets have unique features that boost their charm. Depending on their shape, a bouquet must complement the bride's body type. This way, your entire look will be balanced instead of appearing too much or not enough. For example, brides who have pear-shaped bodies are thicker below the waist. Therefore, you'd want your bouquet to be a long, stemmed one with large blooms, such as a composite bouquet. A bouquet filling out what's missing from the bride completes the look they're going for. Stay in season. Deciding on a date for the big day carries a lot of weight, considering how many factors are relying on it. And choosing a bouquet is one of those factors because, similar to shopping for produce, purchasing flowers in season guarantees a better chance of higher quality flowers than those grown unnaturally. That's why it's best to ask the florist which flower specialties are in season as soon as possible to know your options. Learn flower language. While there's nothing wrong with choosing a bouquet based on which flowers are beautiful, some prefer looking into their meaning deeper. After all, humans are known for their romantic side. Hence, giving each flower meaning isn't surprising. Granted, others might consider flower language too much of a hassle. But you'd be surprised how heartfelt it is to speak through the flowers you'll be holding on your big day, since the bouquet you've chosen shares the spotlight with the one you love. Please subscribe to our channel Best for Bride for future updates and visit our website, www.bestforbride.com.